So you want to get more solo wins in Gun Rush in Red Dead Online? Well, you have come to the right place, everybody. My name is Zach, and welcome back to the #1 Red Dead channel on YouTube. And in today's video, I'm giving you guys my top tips and tricks to win more Gun Rush games and get more solo wins in Gun Rush, which is like Red Dead's or Rockstar style of Battle Royale. Now, although it's nowhere close to what a Battle Royale should be, this is what we're dealing with in terms of it in Red Dead Online. So I'm going to give you guys my best tips and tricks. I have a huge list here, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do go on to enjoy this video, and this video does help you out, get more solo wins in Gun Rush, definitely drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, check out the link down in the description if you guys want to win some Red Dead Online free gold bars, and let's hop into these Gun Rush tips and tricks. So in these tips, I mentioned hiding a lot, and I reference hiding a lot, but the hiding locations on each of these maps are varied every time from map to map. They vary between all the maps, and I can't mention them all in this video, so my biggest tip is to learn the area yourself. I would highly advise that. You can ask friends, you can search for guides on YouTube. Overall, there's some fantastic locations, so don't underestimate learning the maps when you play Gun Rush, alright? But getting into the tips and tricks here, do not burn up all of your stamina in the first 2 minutes. This is when 30 to 40% of the game's deaths occur, so if you want to be involved in that initial fight, be ready to tackle enemies and choke them, then recover your stamina and hide and stay safe until the 2 minutes is passed. Survival is key, not the amount of kills, and as the play area shrinks, it takes between 7 and 15 seconds to reach the new circle. Unless you're confident to rush for the center right away, for better weapons or for hiding spots or whatever, you want to avoid the center until necessary. And this depends on the map, but it's most evident in Fort Mercer, where you can literally stay out in the desert until the last 2 minutes, moving between large bushes to hide yourself from other enemies. And it can be very helpful to rush into the play area fast enough to get one of the closest weapons, which are the knives and the pistols and revolvers, but retreating at this point and after you collect those weapons is probably a good idea. Stop often to do a 360 and scan the area around yourself as you move, and dive and crouch as you retreat. And it's still dangerous at this point, so you may encounter another armed player. And tip number 4, if you do intend to rush for the center of the map, even just for a pistol or a revolver, one of the many horses can come in handy, and pressing down on the D-pad will cause your mini-map to zoom out a bit, which will help allow you to spot the nearest items and horses to run to when you're planning your strategy. Tip number 5, even in 32-player games, it's possible to simply ride a horse to the center, grab one or even both of the dynamite bows, and then find your favorite hiding spot and wait it out. However, once you get what you need, I advise running back to the outside of the play area again and entering very slowly. Chasing the circle as it closes in and aiming all around you will help you most often. I always recommend sticking to the outer edge of the zone. Tip number 6, the fastest way to ensure there is nobody around you is by spamming L2 quickly while rotating the camera heavily to the left and right. This will lock onto enemies and allow you to engage with them or hide from them. And unless you can get a headshot, I suggest hiding. But never ever approach them unless they hold a more secure hiding spot than you do. Tip number 7, most of your encounters will be medium to short range, so don't underestimate the value of the shotgun, the dual-wielded pistols, dual-wield revolvers, and the knife or even your fists. And some ability cards help to further improve your game, and those are Of Single Purpose, The Short Game, To Fight Another Day, Never Without One, Peak Condition, Strange Medicine, and Eye for an Eye. Honestly, they're all fantastic for these common Gun Rush violent encounters and work well in varying combinations. And also Slippery is a great Deadeye ability card to use as well, SB. And also, Paint It Black or Slow and Steady can be useful depending on your playstyle. Honestly, I think every ability card is really good for Red Dead Online Gun Rush. It just comes up to your personal playstyle. If you guys want to know the best ability cards to use in Red Dead Online, I have other videos on my channel, and I'm probably going to make more different like customized loadout builds in future videos. But moving on to tip number 8, letting the 10-minute timer run down as much as possible is absolutely necessary to achieve the max payout. And for a game that ends in the last 30 seconds, coming in first gets you between 800 to 950 XP, depending on how many kills you got, while second and third place can pay out between 500 XP and 700 XP. And again, it's based on the amount of kills you get in the game, with 500 XP being the minimum, with 0 or 1 kills in Red Dead Online Gun Rush. For tip number 11, sometimes you will spend more than a few minutes in just one location. location. And if you feel safe and have some time to waste, go through your satchel and use any beneficial consumables which you are holding the maximum amount of. It's always good to have neat inventory management. Now, tip number 12. Another good thing to do while in a safe location is to hold the pause button and bring up the map and make note of where the X's are, which indicates where a player has died in that location, and you want to make sure you avoid the spots with multiple X's and you will find the safest path to the center of the map. Tip number 13. The Lancaster repeater is excellent for medium and long range headshots or just 2-hit kills if you want them. So if you find one, don't draw too much attention to yourself by popping off shots. Prioritize staying safe and always take your time while aiming and make use of Deadeye. In the last 30 seconds or when the play area is at its absolute smallest, running in blindly can be difficult, but using SB, you can run through the safe area and keep running to safety, thus giving you extra time to reapproach it while your opponents battle it out in the middle and expose themselves to you. And if you do use this approach, you will run down the timer much more, so there is a chance you will draw the match. Now, of course, this is totally fine, and it's almost always going to say the match has been lost for all of the survivors at the end of the game, but you actually both get the maximum payout for the match, so it's totally okay. And it's my theory that Gun Rush is actually not about hurting anybody at all, but actually the goal is for all players to survive until the end with no deaths occurring, and that's just because Rockstar actually pays you based off of how long you take to do missions and how long multiplayer matches go, and not how quick they can finish or the most amount of kills or anything like that, with the exception of other free-for-all modes like Name Your Weapon free-for-all and Most Wanted free-for-all. I also suggest wearing dark green, black, gray, brown, and camouflage-like clothing because it's a huge advantage. Of course, I would recommend black or gray as the best thing because obviously bright colors obviously aren't ideal. If you're using the ability card Never Without One, then remember to use posse outfits so you can spawn in with your hat in the game, and you can always re-equip a hat before the game in free roam or in the game lobby, and by having a saved outfit with a hat to select in the Gun Rush lobby. And if it does fall off in the previous game, it will not re-equip for the next if you don't load into the session with your posse outfits. Now, it can be hard to rotate the camera fast enough to look behind you while climbing obstacles, but holding the right thumbstick will give you a reverse view for a very quick safety check. And also, if you guys are ever in a pinch and someone is behind you, rather than using the left and right stick and moving them to turn all the way around, just click the right stick in and then aim down your sights, and you'll do a super fast 180 to aim down your sights at the player and lock onto them. And whether you know what you're doing or not, there are some maps that are better than others. In order of the easiest to win to the hardest, in my opinion, it's Fort Mercer and the Manor are the best and my most favorite, then Rhodes, then Henniganstead Ranch, and then a map which I literally don't play at all is Tall Trees. And this is ranked based on the amount of good hiding spots, the field of view that you'll generally have for spotting other players and staying safe even while standing out in the open, and the more vast areas you have, the better. Visual obstructions, confusion, and stress will also get you killed, so that's just kind of my rank right there. Fort Mercer and the Manor are tied for first, then Rhodes, Henniganstead Ranch, and then Tall Trees. I really only like Tall Trees for Name Your Weapon and Most Wanted free-for-all modes. Now, also, I can recommend playing with headphones with the sound effects on, but the score volume off is the best way to know what's happening around you. The music in the game is surprisingly loud and unnecessary, so I never play with music, and it only aims to add perceived intensity as the game progresses. But since Gun Rush is, for the most part, a relaxing game mode overall, you don't really need the music, and I personally play with the volume turned down all the way, like I said, because of those circumstances, and I don't find them at a great disadvantage anyway. I also recommend, this is something that costs money, but getting a good pair of headsets so you can hear gunshots and people's footsteps and things like that. I rock Astro A40, so they definitely help with Gun Rush. Always get yourself a really good pair of headsets if you guys have the money. But these are all my tips and tricks. I know this was a lot to go through here in today's video, and maybe I can come out with some live Gun Rush gameplays and get some solo wins for you guys, or even maybe give you guys more tips in future videos. If you did enjoy this video, it would mean the world to me if you guys could drop a like on this video if it helps you out. If you get some solo wins in Red Dead Online, Gun Rush, and Free For All, or even teams if you're playing by yourself, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories about your wins and how good you are at Red Dead Online. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I upload Red Dead Online content every single day here on my channel. Also, check out the link down in the description if you guys want to enter up into my Red Dead Online gold bar giveaway. Every entry helps me out as well. You guys have a chance of winning some free Red Dead Online gold bars, 55 gold bars to be exact. The giveaway is ending at the end of the month, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.